I killed you, motherfucker. You crazy? I know the fuck nigga they play with. I don't play no motherfucking games. I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. Fuck you up. I play no motherfucking games. Hey! Showtime. In that order.
In a sport where egos clash harder than gloves, the unthinkable just happened. Again. This wasn't just a press conference. All eyes were on Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach Jr., two names locked in one of boxing's most heated rematches. But just as the room was boiling with tension, Floyd Mayweather, yes, the same Floyd who once called Tank his prodigy, hit the stage and made it very clear. He's done watching from the sidelines. No one expected it to go this far. No one thought Floyd would actually get physical. But there he was, charging across the platform like he was still undefeated. Still the king, still the boss. And Tank? He didn't back down. He stepped forward, ready for war. Backstage beef now boiling over on stage, right in front of cameras, fans, and the entire world. This wasn't a fight about titles anymore. It was personal, it was deep, and it had been building for years. Let's rewind. Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach 2 was already a massive event. Their first fight ended in controversy, a draw that many fans felt should have gone to Roach. A ninth-round knockdown that wasn't called. A performance from Roach that shocked the world. And Tank? He looked off, unprepared, distracted.
Tank did that, so I know the got in his eye, but they should have countered it. They would have countered it, it would have went to Lamont Roach. What I didn't like about Tank, he was gassing up Lamont Roach way too much, and he was already talking about like retiring.
He seemed a little distracted, didn't he, in the fight?
That wasn't the same Gervonta Davis we're really used to seeing.
It just lets you know how corrupt like these governing bodies are, bro. If that dude took a knee, not only did he take a knee, he's like, hold on real quick. Let me get this out of my eye. How is that not a point? Like,
you know, funny thing, bro, that's why I cut my braids off. I had braids, and I had the same thing. I went through the same when I fought Andre. That was burning my eyes, so I cut that off.
That night was supposed to be another easy checkmark on his undefeated record. Instead, it exposed cracks in the foundation.
When he fought Lamont, it was like he was there, but he wasn't like there for real. Like when you watch all his other fights, you can see like his eyes just look different. When he walked into the ring with Lamont, it was just like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, because you heard in the press conferences, he was just saying, he was just real irritated. He didn't really seem like
he just felt like, I think he just trained just to get by. I think he trained to just do 12 rounds. You know what I mean? The Tink that I know, the kid that you punch him in the face, he go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if I'm down on the scorecards, I'm gonna go out and go get it. I didn't see it that fight, and I understand it too. When us as fighters, when you get to a certain point in life, sometimes you just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Since then, the rematch has loomed like a storm cloud. Roach has been riding high, calling for respect, demanding recognition.
Shit, he better. he better take me serious, but I don't think so. I think they training. I think they're training as hard as they can. You know, I think they putting trying to put a little mastermind squad together to coach for this fight. And you know, it's gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna tell you like this: we're preparing for the best Gervonta Davis that's gonna be, you know, that everyone's ever seen. That's what we're preparing for. We're not preparing for a guy who might not be focused. We're not preparing for a guy who might be lazy or anything like that. We're preparing for the best version of him.
Tank, on the other hand, has been all over the place, caught in legal trouble, beefing online, juggling a chaotic schedule, and locking in a wild exhibition fight against Jake Paul that has nothing to do with belts and everything to do with money.
Tank Davis, Lamont Roach. I think we need to start with that one.
Yeah.
What transpired in that fight was astounding, because you have to remember Tank Davis was a 16-1 favorite going into this fight. Lamont Roach while a WBA champion was moving up from 130 pounds and no one thought he had a chance. And the general demeanor of Tank Davis going into this fight was like, hey man, I'm kind of done with this. I got 3 fights left. I'm going to be done by the end of 2025. I don't really like this sport anymore. Kids, don't do this. Go into soccer. This ain't for you.
But in the middle of all this madness, one name keeps reappearing: Floyd Mayweather. Floyd and Tank's beef has become boxing folklore. They started off tight. Floyd built Tank. He gave him the platform, the shine, the blueprint.
Tank Davis, he was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, you'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter. Years later, he was working with some people from our team, because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi-millionaire.
Tank was the future of Mayweather Promotions until he wasn't. Ego, money, control, it all got messy. Tank wanted independence. Floyd didn't like that. And the separation? Ugly. What made it even uglier is who Floyd turned to next: Lamont Roach Jr.
When I say certain things, they say, oh, he's hating. There's no different from when I talked about the thing with Gervonta, for instance. When I said that I need all fighters. I said I need all the young fighters that's making money in the sport of boxing. What I need you guys to do is do this. Brother, it's Chrome Heart, Gucci, Louis, Mercedes. We need to take our money and invest in real estate so that we can live that same great life when our careers are over. So I guess that he took it as, I guess he's the only one that wears Chrome Heart. He's the only one that wears Gucci. He's the only one that wears Louis Vuitton. He's the only one that drives a Mercedes. And last time I checked, we got fighters all around the world that wear top flight clothes that make good money.
Roach wasn't just a rising fighter. He became the face of Floyd's silent revenge. The one boxer Floyd started publicly praising, training with, coaching, and now promoting. It was a move that said everything without saying anything. If Tank wanted out, Floyd would make sure the guy who replaces him is the one who beats him. And when Floyd walked onto that stage during the press conference, he wasn't there to clap politely. He came to make a statement.
You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
For a split second, it looked like Floyd was just going to pose with Roach and leave. But nope. He walked directly toward Tank. No smile, no handshake, just intensity. Tank shifted his weight forward, shoulders square. The two were face to face, and then it happened. Not a slap, not a push, but a quick shoulder bump. Subtle, aggressive, intentional. A physical message.
Things are being thrown. There's no room for this in the sport. There's no room for the Davis brothers to be in the building tonight. The police escorted them out. You saw.
The crowd gasped. Security stepped in, but the damage was done. The photo was captured. The headlines were written. Floyd Mayweather, the boxing icon, had just escalated a press conference into a battlefield. And here's the wild part. It didn't feel random. This looked planned, calculated. Mayweather's way of making sure this wasn't just Tank versus Roach. This was Floyd versus Tank, round 2. For Tank, this was insult layered on injury. The guy who molded him was now gassing up the man trying to destroy him. And to make matters worse, Tank's credibility is already hanging by a thread. His last fight with Roach didn't go well.
Oh, nice double left hook by Roach to the body and then to the head. Right there it is. Oof. And, Davis just got backed up with a counter right from Roach. right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaned with right.
He took a knee.
He took a knee. What is he doing?
He forgot his...
Nice combination from Roach. Oh, another right hand, another right left by Roach. Nice combination. Got just over around 11 as well.
Maybe him getting cracked.
Davis fighting on even terms here in the 11th. Both of them have landed.
Has to keep doing that. Roach said the familiarity, knows his weaknesses. It's one thing to say it.
The decision is a majority draw.
The draw was controversial. He looked flat. He barely escaped with his 0. And now Floyd's involvement makes the rematch way more than just a do-over. It's a humiliation trap.
I'm here with Lamont Roach. We're here at Fanatics Fest. What's going on with you, champ? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling great.
I know you got that fight coming up. The rumors is out sometime August, September. Are you currently in training camp right now?
I actually leave out for camp next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
How you feeling going into the rematch, champ?
Like a champ, like I'm supposed to. I've been in the gym. I've been ready. Time to ramp it up, kick it in gear, and get right to work.
I'm gonna ask you a quick question about the fight. The first fight with Tank. What did you see in that fight that can help you propel into the next fight?
I saw all I needed to see in that first fight. Trust me. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. Obviously, you know, I didn't do enough to win, so I'm gonna make sure we do more than enough to win.
This isn't just another belt defense. This is about pride, about legacy, and about who really runs boxing's next generation.
I think the hardest puncher I ever faced. No. And I ain't shitting on him or nothing like that. He can punch. But Jonathan Oquendo, he's from Puerto Rico. Bro, he got bricks in his hands, bro. I lie to you not. He punch hard. I ain't gonna lie. He a hard hit motherfucker.
Because let's be real, Floyd still wants to control the narrative. He wants to prove that even without lacing up gloves, he's still the smartest man in the room. If Roach wins, it validates everything Floyd's been doing. If Tank falls, it erases all that star-making hype Floyd helped build.
When Floyd left Bob Arum, it's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not going to elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just going to say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go and be his own boss.
And guess what? The odds are shifting. Roach looked incredible in the first fight. Sharp, confident, technical. That 9th round knockdown may not have been called, but it was felt. He earned respect. He forced people to reconsider who the real threat was.
You know something funny? When we was talking in like the 12th round, I think the 12th or 11th, we was talking shit, right? But he like, you ain't gonna win. I said, why not? What you talking about? He like, they ain't gonna give it to you. I said, oh, is that right? So, you know, that's how boxing work. It's sad to say, you know, that's how boxing work. I'm not like totally upset. I figured with a superstar, you won't get too much on paper. But I damn sure thought I had it. Especially when they announced the score for him. I was like, oh, they gonna give me a split decision win. I was like, oh yeah. I said, oh here it go. But as soon as I heard that 114, I was just like, damn, all right, it's over with. So yeah, man, it's just crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's okay. We gonna run it back.
Meanwhile, Tank has been doing anything but focusing. He's chasing exhibitions, taking shots at Jake Paul, not to mention getting dragged into court, talking about retirement. And now he's got the most important fight of his life coming up, with his old mentor coaching the other side.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy it would lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me where so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
This rematch isn't about belts anymore. It's about legacy. Tank's entire aura is on the line. If he loses, it confirms the doubts. The people calling him overrated. The critics saying he peaked too soon. And with Floyd in Roach's corner, the whole thing becomes poetic. A full circle moment with a dagger twist.
Lamont is signed and ready to go for the rematch, correct?
Y'all, Tank plays so many head games, it's not even funny. Let me tell you something, bro. Lamont Roach has never been this big of a fighter before. Everyone knows Lamont Roach now. So he could be reaping the benefits of just enjoying his status of having that draw with Tank, while Tank is the one with the eye of the tiger. Tank is probably in the gym training his ass off and then sign the contract like, all right, we got to fight when? June. Oh, shit! Let's hurry up and dash your ass. Sugar Ray Leonard did that to Roberto Duran. Duran was told that he had a fight in a couple weeks, and he was like, dude, I'm 190 pounds in Panama, which is why Roberto Duran was out of shape in the No Mas fight and was like, no mas. So Tank could be over there working, sign the contract in 3 weeks, and all of a sudden Lamont Roach got to put a training camp together.
But maybe that's why Tank snapped. Maybe that's why the press conference turned into a wrestling match. The pressure is suffocating. His own legacy is collapsing in slow motion. And Floyd? He's not helping. He's pressing every button. Tank needs to dominate. But here's the thing. Roach has no intention of losing. He knows how close the first fight was. He knows the crowd was behind him. He studied Tank's habits, footwork, and gaps. And now, he's got Floyd backing him. This isn't a rematch. It's a full-blown power shift waiting to happen.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm a show up.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
I ain't worried about that.
After the Roach chaos, even Shakur Stevenson chimed in. And not just as a spectator. Shakur straight up said Tank shouldn't even bother stepping in the ring with Roach again after what just happened. But here's the twist. Shakur's not just looking out for Tank, he's making a play of his own. Word is, Shakur's already in talks to line up a fight with Roach himself.
Shakur Stevenson said that if you can't get the rematch, he has a championship fight waiting for you. What do you think about that?
That's why I love him. Genuinely speaking, man, that's what I want to do. I want to fight the best fights. Like I said, hopefully we can get the rematch. If not, hopefully I can, well, more than likely we can get in there with Shakur because, we already talked. And it's all about showing who's the best. It's all about good competition. And that's what I'm on. I'm in here trying to prove that I'm the best.
It's a strategic move. If Tank skips the rematch and Shakur steps in and beats Roach, that flips the entire narrative. Suddenly, it's Shakur beat the guy who beat Tank. And just like that, Shakur snatches top dog status without ever having to face Tank directly again. It's genius. He's ducking the risk, but keeping the reward. And if that happens, the Tank versus Shakur beef might not even need a fight to settle. It could just fade out, with Shakur standing on top.
How did it feel being in the middle of that and Shakur? Because you good with Shakur, you good with Tank. How did it feel being in the middle of that war?
Shakur and Tank knew each other since kids, but they really wasn't like friends like that. And then when we really helped Tank for the Pedraza fight, he was like, he took us damn, these young boys sparring me for free. You're a champion, you signed to Floyd, you could be giving us a few hundreds or something. We're giving you unlimited rounds. There was time he would take off the bell, we giving you rounds for your first championship. We're still amateurs. And he kind of was like, he appreciated that. And I never understood why he appreciated till now. When I'm a pro, I'm champion, I'm like, damn, I gotta pay guys for sparring. One box for free, yeah. So it's like, Tank wanna spar, we'll be in the gym, but we've done spar Tank at 2, 3 in the morning, helping him get ready for Pedraza, you know what I'm saying?
So how did that feel though? You in the middle of that, they beefing with each other.
And... Oh yeah, it was it got weird, cause I always knew these two dudes is gonna be it. From 2017, when they spar, I'm these two dudes is I know they're small, I know the skill set, I know the generational talent I'm around, I'm witnessing. And we was in Houston one time, this was before Shakur moved down to Houston, and I got them to chop it up. Like I told them, like, you know, Shakur, pull up on us. We bowling, like, Tank here, like, y'all come chop it up. They chopped it up. We kicked it for like a few days. Everything was cool then. Shit got sour again. It's like, to me, I look at it like this, like, I don't care for y'all beef. Like, at the end of the day, we all come from nothing. We all come from making no money. We blessed to be in this position. So to me, it's like, man, y'all fight, may the best man win, and I don't care. As long as none of y'all hurt.
The tension between Floyd and Tank isn't staged. It's been building for years. And now it's pouring out during fight week, at press events, and possibly even in the ring through Roach.
What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
Because that's the twist in all this. Floyd doesn't have to fight Tank himself. He can send Roach to do it. Train him, coach him, prepare him. Let Roach land the final blow on Floyd's behalf. And if that happens, Floyd wins again.
When is Gervonta Davis going to go somewhere in the power for power? Anui deserve to be in the power for power? Absolutely. Do Terrence Crawford deserve to be in the power for power? Absolutely. But what about Gervonta Tank Davis? He deserved to be somewhere also in the power for power.
Why don't they give him that credit?
Because he was affiliated with me.
That's why this moment on stage matters so much. It's not just about Roach versus Davis. It's the ghost of Mayweather looming over every punch, every jab, every slip. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.